Hello and welcome. Coming up, it's powerboat racing from the US of A.
Welcome to Detroit, Michigan for round number 2 in the P1 SuperStock USA Championship Series. We're in the Motor City for the 103rd running of the APBA Detroit Gold Cup. And now the boats are lined up on the back straightaway here in Detroit for the start of round number 3. This is race 1. We've got 5 heats of racing to determine rounds 3 and 4 here in Detroit. As the boats are led around the course by our BioClean pace boat. Their starting position was determined based upon their qualifying for the previous heat. J.D. Byrider has the inside. Miss Madison in lane 2. K-Way in lane 3. Peters and May in lane 4. And on the outside, Team Oregon Custom Marine as they make their way towards the start-finish line. A 1.6-mile lap. Very short course for these P128 SS Panthers. As they are lined up waiting for the green flag. And we have a green flag. They are underway heading towards turn 1. J.D. Byrider gets a good jump to the inside. Right on his outside hip is Miss Madison. And Team K-Way right on the outside. J.D. Byrider making their way around the turn. Miss Madison hovering right in their rooster tail, taking the spray over the top of the canopy, followed by Team K-Way on the outside. Team K-Way is our Canadian entry. All of these boats identical. P128 SS Panthers powered by the 250 Evinrude E-Tech engine. As J.D. Byrider gets clean water, makes a little bit of an expansion of their lead as they move towards turn 1. And a side-by-side battle with Team K-Way and Miss Madison. K-Way on the outside. Coming hard to the inside was Peters and May. Trying to make up some ground. Looks like they got right alongside Miss Madison with Oregon Custom Marine back in the back. And our leaders, Team J.D. Byrider, father and son team Mark and Cody Kowalski. Back in the pack, they got tied up in traffic, but we have a battle happening between Miss Madison and Peters and May. Peters and May is on the outside now, trying to get around Miss Madison. Miss Madison has the inside line. That gives him the shortest distance around the race course, but Peters and May carrying speed on the outside. Brett Fershman and Kyle Dietzen in Miss Madison, Azam Ali and Kyle Sanborn in Peters and May. But here is our leader, J.D. Byrider. They've had clean water since the start of the race and continue to open up their margin as they make their way around the world-famous Rooster Tail turn. Followed now in second place by Team Oregon Custom Marine. They made a great run as they now come across the start-finish line in this first heat. J.D. Byrider takes the win. Second place goes to Oregon Custom Marine. Third place to Miss Madison. K-Way comes in fourth. Peters and May drops back to fifth position. And now on to our second heat in round number 2. The positions are reversed based on their finish position from the last round. Peters and May therefore gets the inside. To the outside goes J.D. Byrider. Oregon Custom Marines next to the outside. In the center is going to be Miss Madison with Team K-Way in lane 2. As the boats are led around the race course by our BioClean pace boat. Get them all lined up as they head towards the start-finish line on this very short 1.6-mile course here in Detroit, Michigan. The 103rd running of the Detroit Gold Cup, and we have a green flag, and they are underway. As they make their way to the first turn, K-Way getting a little bit squeezed by Miss Madison and Peters and May. Goes right over the wake. Oh, he gets right up alongside Oregon Custom Marine. Pushes Oregon Custom Marine wide. K-Way now drops back to the back. And the leaders are J.D. Byrider and Miss Madison as Miss Madison takes the inside line. Third place goes to Peters and May. As J.D. Byrider and Miss Madison fight towards the back straightaway, Miss Madison has the inside line. That's Kyle Dietzen and Brett Fershman. On the outside, the father and son team Mark and Cody Kowalski as he squeezes close, pushing Miss Madison towards the inside buoy. They're on the back straightaway now, making their way towards the Rooster Tail turn. J.D. Byrider carrying all kinds of speed. Oh, Miss Madison has a little bit of a problem. They drop down. Probably over-trimmed the motor just a little bit, caused them to lose some water pressure. Motor goes into safe mode. They've now got to reset the motor as J.D. Byrider now opens up a margin, allowing Peters and May to slide into second place. J.D. Byrider wasting no time, picking up right where they left off in the first heat of this round. J.D. Byrider opening up a lead. Second place right on his tail is Peters and May. They are the series logistic transport company, providing all of our international shipping needs. As we look at the back straightaway, J.D. Byrider now getting chased down by Peters and May, running in second position. J.D. Byrider going around the Rooster Tail turn. as this court has been shortened dramatically to keep these boats right in front of the spectators. An unusual race course is we've got an oval, not normally what these boats run. They normally run left and right hand turns. But JD Byrider doesn't seem to be complaining as they will take the checkered flag in this heat of round number 3 here in Detroit, Michigan. So JD Byrider will take the win, followed by Peters and May, then K-Way, Oregon Custom Marine, and Miss Madison. As the boats come out for the next heat, they will once again be inverted, making it very challenging for these teams as they try to put together the maximum number of points in the championship series to get their overall round victories. And as we look at our heat number 3 here in round number 3, Miss Madison has the inside line as they make their way towards the rooster tail turn. Team K-Way is right alongside them as all the boats tighten up, making their way around the turn. Miss Madison has the lead. Kyle Dietzen and Brett Frischman, both very accomplished offshore V-bottom drivers. As Miss Madison makes their way around in the lead, Peters and May has now moved into second position. Third place is JD Byrider. The father and son team, Mark and Cody Kowalski. JD Byrider trying to run down the leaders as the boats have opened up a little bit of a gap again on this short 1.6 mile course. But this week in Detroit, Miss Madison, driven by Kyle Dietzen and Brett Frischman, continues to open up a margin as they head towards the checkered flag here in this third heat, as they're amassing points for the big finals here in Detroit. The checkered flag is out. Miss Madison will take the win. As the rest of the fleet makes their way around, second place is going to go to Peters and May, followed by JD Byrider, Team K-Way, and Oregon Custom Marine, as these teams run their heats, building up points towards the big final. As we look at our series points leaders, Miss Madison coming off the win in Madison, Indiana, and they just won the last heat here in Detroit. Brett Frischman on the driver's side. On the throttle side is Kyle Dietzen. Our points leaders, Miss Madison.
Stay tuned for more powerboat racing from Detroit, Michigan. Hello again, and let's return to the US for more powerboat racing.
Welcome back to Detroit, Michigan. We are at the second stop on the P1 SuperStock USA Championship Series here in Detroit, Michigan, for the 103rd running of the 848 Detroit Gold Cup. And we are now in our fourth heat, as the boats have once again been inverted from their previous start. Now Miss Madison way to the outside. On the inside is Oregon Custom Marine. Team K-Way in lane 2, JD Byrider, and then Peters and May, as Miss Madison tries to make an aggressive move to the inside. He's trying to get that inside line, but he comes in right behind K-Way. K-Way closes the door on him, doesn't give him anywhere to go. JD Byrider is now trying to run down Oregon Custom Marine. Peters and May on the outside as they make their way towards the Belle Isle turn. Oregon Custom Marine continues to hold off the lead. It's going right through the rooster tail. K-Way goes right through the spray. We look at it from another angle as you see him go right over the wake. Goes right through the spray of the other boat as they come right up alongside the Peters and May boat. As Oregon Custom Marine is now getting challenged on the inside by JD Byrider, trying to make a move on the inside. After all that fighting at the beginning, Miss Madison now has the inside line. JD Byrider now just jumped across the wake. They're trying to take the inside line from Oregon Custom Marine. As K-Way also now dives to the inside. That's Karen Benson and Tyler Crockett. JD Byrider jumps back through the wake one more time. They go back to the center. They realize they're not going to get that inside line from Oregon Custom Marine as that three-way battle for the lead shapes up. On the outside, Peters and May. In the center is JD Byrider. On the inside is Oregon Custom Marine, but Oregon Custom Marine is going to hold the line as they head towards the rooster tail turn. Oregon Custom Marine on the inside. JD Byrider coming up in the second lane. On the outside, in third position, is Peters and May as they go past the Detroit Yacht Club, making their way towards the rooster tail turn. Third place is Miss Madison, followed by K-Way. K-Way had a great start, but they're back in the pack right now as the leaders make their way around the Rooster Tail turn. On the inside, the leader is Oregon Custom Marine as he sprays down J.D. Byrider, but coming up hard on the inside, Miss Madison, as they get past Peters and May, now pushing Peters and May into 4th position. The boats all tighten up. K-Way once again dives across, trying to find that inside line. They got pushed way wide into the turn as all the boats make their way through the final pin of the Rooster Tail turn. As they bump their way through, J.D. Byrider moves to the inside. He makes up a little bit of ground. Right on the tail of Oregon Custom Marine, the father and son team, Mark and Cody Kowalski. But Oregon Custom Marine, that is another Kowalski in that boat. That's Paul Gallup and Corey Kowalski as they are out in the lead. You gotta know that Corey's enjoying being ahead of his dad and his brother. It's the Oregon Custom Marine boat out in the lead here in Detroit. This is our 4th heat of 5 to determine the overall points here on our 2nd stop on the B1 USA SuperStock Championship Tour. As Oregon Custom Marine makes their way around the Rooster Tail turn, Paul Gallup and Corey Kowalski followed by J.D. Byrider on the outside, but Miss Madison was making a move, coming up hard on the inside. As once again, Miss Madison now comes across the fleet, pushes J.D. Byrider to the inside, making a rough ride for everybody behind them, including our Canadian entry team, K-Way. Miss Madison now moves into 2nd place, just getting by J.D. Byrider. As they make their way towards the Belle Isle turn, the leader continues to be Oregon Custom Marine, but Miss Madison has moved into 2nd, with J.D. Byrider in 3rd place. Won the final round, but they are trying to get themselves back in position as Oregon Custom Marine continues to open up a margin in the clean water. As they look over the shoulder to find out where the rest of the competition is as they cross the Detroit Yacht Club on the back straightaway.
What's your talent? And I want to know when you're skilled.
Our leaders making their way around the Rooster Tail turn. Oregon Custom Marine's 2nd place, Miss Madison. But coming up hard, J.D. Byrider on the outside. Peters and May with Azam Ali and Kyle Sanborn. Trying to make up some ground, but not able to run down the leaders. One position away from the podium right now as they look at J.D. Byrider currently sitting in 3rd. As here comes our leader, Oregon Custom Marine. Number 11, K-Way. They spun out the boat. They spun out right as they went into the turn. They had their hands up, letting everybody know they were there. As they get their boat back up and running, our leader continues to be Oregon Custom Marine as they make their way around the Belle Isle turn, heading towards the Detroit Yacht Club and the world-famous Rooster Tail turn. All of these boats identical. P128 SS Panthers running the Evinrude 250 E-Tech engine, identical propellers. This is spec racing. It's the guys in the boat that make the difference, and right now, that difference is being displayed by Oregon Custom Marine. As they make their way around the Rooster Tail turn, followed by Miss Madison. And still in 3rd place, J.D. Byrider. J.D. Byrider hops. Oh, he missed the turn. J.D. Byrider hooked the boat, getting very aggressive going through the turn. They missed the buoy. That is going to allow Peters and May to get past J.D. Byrider. Missed the turn. Went in a little bit tight, got caught over the Rooster Tail in the wake of the boat in front of them as the white flag is now out. They are on their final lap. J.D. Byrider now moves into 4th position. As we watch that one more time, you see him stick the nose in, and he just came in short of the final exit pin on the Rooster Tail turn. Right now they're thinking about going back and picking it up, but realize it is too late. They're going to go around as Peters and May now moves into 3rd position. Tough break for the father and son team, Mark and Cody Kowalski. As our leaders come around for the final time on the Rooster Tail turn, Oregon Custom Marine boat number 15, as they will take the checkered flag and the win in this 4th of 5 heats. Miss Madison comes in 2nd position, and 3rd place is going to go to Peters and May as the checkered flag is out for Oregon Custom Marine. As Peters and May makes their way past the start-finish line, followed by J.D. Byrider. We look at heat number 4 here on our 2nd stop. Oregon Custom Marine takes the win, followed by Miss Madison, Peters and May, J.D. Byrider, and K-Way.
Stick around for more powerboat racing from the US of A. Welcome back, and let's return to Detroit, Michigan for more powerboat racing.
And now let's head out to the course for our final heat here on our second stop in Detroit. On the inside, Team K-Way. Next is JD Byrider. Next lane in the center is going to be Peters and May with Miss Madison, and on the outside, our winner from the previous heat, Oregon Custom Marine. As the boats make their way towards the Belle Isle Bridge here in Motor City, USA, Detroit, Michigan, for the 103rd running of the Detroit Gold Cup, and we have a green flag and the boats are underway. All alone on the inside is K-Way, as the fleet is probably going to squeeze them over to the right. Next is JD Byrider, as Peters and May tries to move a little bit to the outside. The squeeze between Miss Madison and Oregon Custom Marine on the outside. Miss Madison kind of squeezes over a little bit onto JD Byrider. JD Byrider now squeezing Team K-Way as they make their way towards the pin. On the extreme outside, Oregon Custom Marine, he comes across. Gives a little bit of room for Peters and May coming up, but Miss Madison now takes the lead on the outside of JD Byrider. JD Byrider jumps through the wake and goes to the outside. Let's see if he dives back through to the inside. He's coming up hard on the outside, carrying all kinds of momentum is Oregon Custom Marine. But Miss Madison jumps to a lead as soon as they get the clean water. Second place, JD Byrider, but coming up hard on the inside is Oregon Custom Marine. That boat has been strong all day as they make their way around the Rooster Tail turn. Miss Madison is losing a little bit of that lead they made up on the back straightaway as the boats are closing in hard from behind. As Oregon Custom Marine dives from the outside, trying to get the inside line, making up some ground on JD Byrider that is sitting in second place, but Miss Madison has the clean water as they head towards the Belle Isle Bridge. Miss Madison in the lead. Second place, JD Byrider. Coming up hard on the inside is Oregon Custom Marine, but on the outside, Peters and May has moved themselves into fourth position. Miss Madison continues to lead, picking a nice line as they head back towards the Detroit Yacht Club. And the Rooster Tail turn. JD Byrider in second position. Oregon Custom Marine has now gotten past the Peters and May boat as they thought about going to the inside, ended up staying wide. K-Way holds the inside lane as they try to make up ground and try to run down Peters and May. Oregon Custom Marine was trying to ride right on the wave of second place JD Byrider, but couldn't hold the line, had to go to the outside. Now he dives back to the inside. Peters and May holds the line and they go to the outside of Oregon Custom Marine. So we've got a good battle happening for fourth and fifth position as Peters and May continues to open up a little bit now on K-Way on the front straightaway. Oregon Custom Marine on the inside trying to make a move to catch up to JD Byrider. Picking a beautiful line. Mark and Cody Kowalski, the JD Byrider boat, currently in second position. They are on the back straightaway along the Detroit Yacht Club heading towards the Rooster Tail turn. In second position, JD Byrider.
Stay tuned for more powerboat racing from Detroit, Michigan. Welcome back to Detroit, Michigan and powerboat racing.
As Miss Madison makes her way around to this final heat here at the Detroit Gold Cup. The second stop on the P1 SuperStock Championship Tour, Miss Madison, our leader, Brett Frischman and Kyle Dietzen, coming off the win in Madison, Indiana on the season opener, as all the teams made their way up to Detroit back-to-back weekends, where we're running with the Air National Guard Unlimited Hydroplane Series on this world-famous course in Detroit. You see J.D. Byrider going by, continuing to hold second position. Oregon Custom Marine in third place. Struggling to try to hold that inside line where they can make up some ground. Miss Madison, our leaders. Let's see what a clean line they can pick when they have clean water and don't have to fight with wakes from the boats in front of them. Miss Madison rounds one more time. Right on his tail, J.D. Byrider. They are now at the Belle Isle turn. As they make their way around to head towards the Detroit Yacht Club and the Rooster Tail turn, J.D. Byrider currently running in second position. They've got enough clean water that they're making up a little bit of ground, but Miss Madison opens up a margin. They have run beautifully all day long today. Miss Madison making their way towards the Belle Isle turn on this 1.6-mile lap in Detroit, Michigan. J.D. Byrider continues to run in second place. Third place, Oregon Custom Marine. Miss Madison making their way around the Rooster Tail turn. Kyle Dietzen and Brett Frischman. Second place continues to be J.D. Byrider. Oregon Custom Marine again tries to dive to that inside line, trying to do everything they can to make up ground. One thing about this class, with the boats all being so equally matched, you spend your entire race trying to wait for the guy in front of you to make a mistake if you're the guy that's trying to run down. When you're out front, you can't make a mistake or you will instantly find yourself back in position. As Miss Madison continues to lead. Inverted starts make it very challenging for the teams to work their way through a race course, starting on the outside or the inside, depending upon where they finish in the previous round. The battle for second, third, and fourth heats up. J.D. Byrider, Oregon Custom Marine, trying to come up hard on the inside. Peters and May on the outside. Peters and May and Oregon Custom Marine struggling with some rough water. They make their way around with the white flag out. For our final lap. Here comes the checkered flag. As Miss Madison is going to take the win here in Detroit in the fifth and final heat. And as we look at the points totals, that should put them in the lead overall. Miss Madison takes the win this heat along with J.D. Byrider in second, Peters and May in third, Oregon Custom Marine in fourth, and Team K-Way in fifth position. And as we look at our overall here for our second stop in Detroit, Michigan, Miss Madison takes the overall win with J.D. Byrider in second place. Third place goes to Peters and May, fourth place to Oregon Custom Marine, and fifth place to Team K-Way.
That's all for now, but join us again next time for more top-class motorsport entertainment.